Dennis, let me hear update for you on the truck. Well, we got all the radios and stuff back in it, and I noticed since the truck is so quiet now, it's really hard to tell what gear, what your RPM is, since there's no RPM meter. So I have solved that problem now with this Sunpro Super Tach 2. Works freaking awesome. And I've got my shift point set about here. So it's about as high as I want to take it, because if I go any higher than that, it's just too much, you know. And I got my gas gauge working again, a little low. All the other gauges work. Oil pressure, it moves a little. Temp, it's stayed about there. Speedometer works. It's only about 2 miles off. That's typical with the old truck. And yeah, so is everything else. All the other stuff. So yeah. And we got a wheelless trailer hooked up on the back. And my muffler. And the ignition, the door light works. So if I close the door, it closes and turns off. Yay. So yeah. Let me show you how I all hooked it up and stuff. So what I've done is the 4 wires that come out the back. You got the red, white, green, and black. I hooked the black up to a ground underneath in here, and the white goes to your dimmer switch. So when you turn on your lights, the little light in here comes on. See it? Anyway, and then I ran the wires out under the hood for the tach, but they weren't long enough, so I had to extend them. Oh, it's hot. So right here's my ground wire that I've got hooked up to it, and then let's see, here's the tach wire. It goes over. I had to change it to red, and then I used the little splicer they supplied, plus I wrapped it up in electrical tape, so it's really covered up. And then yeah, this wire right here, this was going to be for a little clock I was going to install, but it already had a positive and a negative, so I used it and ran it over to there. So it's pretty simple to hook one of these things up. And I just used a big old freaking hose clamp. Huge hose clamp. I don't know where I got it, but it's holding this thing down tight. So yeah, I got my shift range set about right about there, and it works great. So yeah, and we also had this thing appraised to be painted, and they said it was going to be about $1,500 worth of body work due to the tar back here and the hood and the fenders with the cracking. It has to be sanded down completely to bare metal and reprimed, which sucks. So what we'll probably do is do it ourselves. And what we're going to plan on doing, like I told you in the video before, paint all this black, put a piece of metal up against it, and call it at that. And here's my lovely aluminum wheelless trailer. It can hold up to 500 pounds. So yeah, kind of makes the truck longer. I don't know. Got me a new bumper sticker, but I don't have a bumper, so I put it on the window. Fall Creek Falls, by God. I got one put on a car too. I got Hunters for the Hungry and Fall Creek Falls. I went to Fall Creek Falls, obviously. And then I got another one in my room on my cabinet for my guns. So yeah, the next thing we do is probably the metal and the paint, and then the bed, and we're done. Oh, and by the way, the truck is insured and registered. We are fully legal now. So my F350 with Flowtech headers and a semi-truck exhaust pipe is fully legal, and it's covered in antennas, which is pretty funny. So yeah, those new tires look pretty good on the front here. They got good looking tread on them. So she's now completely legal. So, yeah, be looking forward for some driving videos, you probably God. Yeah. And some hauling videos once we put the bed on. So yeah, just figured I'd tell you all about my new tachometer and the insurance and all that good, you know. So, like it if you like it, dislike it, hit it, comment below if you have any suggestions for more videos, and subscribe.